But yeah, he's a lot.
There as well.
Yeah, sorry. I always look the suit really bad. Yeah, sorry.
Hello, people.
Hello.
Hello.
Right.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, Jake.
Good morning, DG.
Where are you, Jakey?
In Brunswick Heads.
Well, it's gonna be.
Has anyone noticed, guys? I don't know if you noticed, but when I drive back to Port, Jake drives to Northern Rivers. When I get to the Northern Rivers, Jake drives back to Port. Am I the only one that's noticed that? Or have you all noticed that? So, Jake, what I thought I'd do is, you'd love doing feelings. I thought we'd just talk
Should we
about
have a therapy session today with
Yeah,
everyone?
just with everyone. I just thought.
Let's do that. I feel like there's a lot I need to get off my chest.
Thought we'd go around the grounds. We've got a bit of feedback for you, Jake. So we'll go around. Might
Yes.
start with Lee Dixon.
Let's just put the survey out in front of everyone.
Lisa Dixon's had a lot to say.
Sorry.
Haven't you, Lise?
Always, Dave, always.
Okay, we do a lot of training for new people. A lot of training for new people, and we do a lot of stuff around mindset, a lot of coaching and everything like that. And as we know, real estate is generally, as much as I always want to talk about skills, I get back to mindset. So, Jake, you stay with me. How long have you been in real estate?
13 years.
Yeah, cool. So it goes in cycles, yeah. So I think we've had a really good market for the last few years, and it's really been really enjoyable. And a lot of the new people have only seen this type of market; they haven't seen a different type of market. I think we've done a lot of coaching around getting you guys to have hard conversations with vendors. I think we've done a lot of coaching around, set for sale meetings and all those things. I think one thing that we've left off, and I'm noticing it, and I actually told Lee about it a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't really addressed it with you guys, is actually your mindset, our team's mindset around a change of market. I think we've got ready for how we need to treat our vendors, but I don't think our team is mentally mindset ready to know what's going to happen in this change of market. So for the new people that just got in, mate, nothing should change. Anyone riding under 240, there should be no surprises. Get down, hard work, There's no life balance. It's like get in there, smash it out, and get the ball rolling and momentum. So for those people that are listening today, they're riding under 240, 360. It's freaking business as normal. For anyone riding over that, I think we've given you enough coaching. I know I'm summarizing, I'm repeating myself, but I think it's important. We're giving you enough coaching on what you need to do with vendors and not getting attached to the outcome. It's not your outcome and doing your job. However, this happens in every cycle. So like, Marnie Senior was up here the other day and I started laughing with her. I was like, who's moving where, who's going there, who's changing, who's going out in the land. So what happens is we have this really wonderful momentum and we take all the credit as salespeople. Now I'll put my hand up. I'm a salesperson, yeah? I should take my glasses off. Everyone thinks I look like that killer. Who's that killer, Jakey?
Oh God, Dharma, Jeffrey Dahmer.
So yeah, so that's who that's the topic.
There's a good photo someone sent me in comparison. Let me just find it. I'm going to bring it up.
Yeah, that's the type of shit I cop on a daily basis. How about my fucking mindset? Who's looking after my mindset?
Here, everyone.
Rocking in the freaking corner. Rocking in the corner. Where are you, Angel?
Look at the comparison, everyone.
All right. Cool. Beautiful. All right. Anyway, moving on. So in this change of market, who in the last 2 years had their best 2 years ever in real estate? Yeah. Best 2 years ever. And then in January, everyone's freaking out and everyone's stressed and everyone's carrying on in your head. So this is a cuddle today. This is not a rev up. But the first thing I want everyone here, especially if you've been in the market 2 years and some momentum, you know what I mean? Stop, take a breath and have some gratitude. We live in a beautiful part in the world. You've all had the best 2 years you've ever had. You know what I mean? That type of money on the mid-north coast is a great income. You know what I mean? So you imagine, I mean, Lizzie's not sleeping at the moment doing my accounts, and I'm not here to do my sob story, but I'm telling you all the pressures, all the changes, everything that you guys might be feeling, I'm feeling, and probably tenfold. All right. Now I'm not doing this for sympathy vote, but imagine if I went up and, grabbed, Lee Dixon, went down to Camden Haven tomorrow and said, I need to pay my fucking mortgages. This is not right. Last year you wrote fucking 100 grand. This year you're on only 50 fucking rah, 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 rah. I got to pay my fucking rah, rah, rah. Do you know how much this business costs to keep me going? Rah, 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 rah. My interest rates were 2, now they're fucking 6%. Blah, blah, blah. I got to keep my investment, blah, blah, blah. Do you know how fucking expensive Angel is? Like, I don't load that pressure on you guys, do I? No, as a business owner. And I'm still spending. I'm still investing back into the business because I know this is just a cycle. And it's buckle up, take it easy. But what I do have is when I do get in that mood, I go, wow, interest rates were 2%. That was good, Dave. You paid a lot of debt off then. I remember having sales training guys going, guys, I hope you're putting some money away. Now, if you put some money away, great. If you haven't put some money away, well, then, don't get caught out in the next cycle. 2009, I nearly went broke. In this cycle, if this gets bad, I won't go broke because I'm ready for it. Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say, guys? So let's just stop and have a beautiful gratitude. Now, then the market gets hard. Then guess what? Oh, is real estate. For people that have not made it, oh, is real estate for me? Oh, is real estate the right thing? Then you can even go further. Am I in the right suburb? Is it Elders? Well, it's not Elders because you've all had the best 2 years ever. It's not real estate sales because you've all had the best 2 years ever. None of that is on trial. All it is just a change in the market and about having some resilience and gratitude. Resilience and gratitude. And then I know it's not fun, but I'm talking as friends now. It's time to, should I spend my money here? What am I doing here? Maybe I do need to work a bit harder. Does that make sense? So this is not a rev up. This is more just a cuddle for you all to say, look, I know the world's a little bit different. I know it's a little bit harder with our vendors, but what job in the world within a couple of years, can you go out there and make as much money as we can? Now, if you've got another industry, let me know about it because I'll go and invest it tomorrow. But I don't know another industry that anyone with a bit of zest, don't even need to be that skillful, just a bit of zest and they're honest and do the hard work that can make the money they can make. Correct? Anyone got another industry that can do it better than real estate? Please let me know. That's legal. Nah, anyone? None of you? Give me one fucking thing better than real estate sales to make money. So let's have some only. Sorry?
Fans only.
Only fans.
Only fans.
Only fans.
Well, you're going to have a limited market, Batesy. I mean, I'm a fan. Look at Stokesy. Well, why aren't you talking about me, Dave? Get over yourself, Stokesy. Yeah. Is that what? Yeah. What am I trying to say? Tell them, Jakey.
You're trying to tell them that they need to stop, take a breath, and understand that the last 2 years has been good for everyone.
And it's not a normal market the last
It's
few
not a normal market. It was never a normal market. This is a normal market.
Mm.
This
I think,
is a bad market.
O'Brien said in Camden Haven that 28 sales last month. 28 sales in Camden Haven.
Mm.
Imagine if we did all of them. Cool. So I think, look, what I'd like you all to do, and I'm building a calm plan of all things, a calm plan. You know what I mean? We can all live and learn, but I'm looking at Heath. I better work it even harder to manage that. But yeah, it's just called a shotgun, Heath. No, but you know, what's your plan to get through a change of market? What's your plan? Like this year, there's a good chance you maybe don't write as much as you wrote 2 years ago. Like, you know, I said 2 years ago, that was the best year I was ever going to probably ever have in my life. But the year before that was awful. And the year before that was awful. And the same with business. Like if anyone saw my P&Ls the first 3 years I owned Elders, you know what I mean? Like I freaking lost money for 3 years. Then I've had a good couple of years and at the moment it's really tough. And I'm not saying that to whinge or whine, but it's really fucking tough. Really tough. But I understand that's part of business and that's part of cycles. Cool. So I don't know if I'm getting my message across as more that this is a cuddle to understand that I personally understand what some of you are going through. However, write it out, believe in the industry that we're in, have some gratitude. And even if you do 20% this year, it's still going to be good. It's still going to be good.
Dave, there was a really good quote that I saw yesterday that I actually really resonated with me. It was said,
How to interrupt Dave in the middle of the session. Is that
tough markets don't last, but tough agents do.
Oh, I love it.
I know. I thought you'd like it. That's why I interrupted.
I love it. So now's the time to really lean in. You're not solo. You got a team. You got me and Jakey. You got James. Lean in. I understand what it's like, but it starts with gratitude. It starts with budgeting. All right. You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny. Everyone in, like, especially the Sydney wanker agents, the watches, the cars, and all that bullshit, you see every single cycle. But when we start doing the flips in our head, you know, like some of us are really hard on ourselves. When we start doing all those flips, and I'm looking at a few of your faces now, you know, am I good enough? You know, is this the right industry? Is it the right color I work for? Is it the right marketplace? Should I be putting on an assistant? Should I be doing this? Should I be spending on marketing? Just what you need to do is stop and go, is this serving me right now? All right. So sometimes I get like a little bit, like yesterday, a friend saw me walking through town. I was on there on a mission because I'm pumped. Yeah. So sometimes like getting a little bit and a little bit focused works for me. Like it gets me pumped. I don't know what works for you, but it serves me. Yeah. So what serves you? So let's go around. When things are a little bit tough, what are some things that people do that serve them? What are some little things that serve them? So for me, it's like getting really super focused and even looks like slightly aggression, but it's just that I'm 100% fucking on. What works for someone else? Who wants to have a go? What works for them when they're up against the wall a little bit?
Just keep showing up.
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Well, for me, I think I just put in, I work longer hours and just keep, just trying to push through this period.
Yeah.
That's the only way I know how to sort of deal with this sort of thing.
But, and it's about, and do you trust real estate, Brendan?
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. And is there people writing over $1 million in port?
Yeah. Several.
Yeah. Yeah, and at that type of income, can you live?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And yeah, and a backup plan.
What do you mean? Sorry.
Well, hopefully you don't have one. So
No. No.
Perfect. Good answer. Good answer. So it's just like getting the transfer, like Plusy said, getting the transfers and trust the process. So
actually, OnlyFans is the backup.
Yeah, for you, it's probably Grinder, but
whatever pays the bills. I mean,
yeah, I know. Well, you and Jake get on well, so I've noticed, if anyone knows, Brendan does get a couple extra leads a month. So if you guys want to start doing that, Batesy and Bluesy and all that, maybe you know why. There you go.
Jealous, David. Don't get jealous.
Yeah. Cool. I'm watching your faces, and I know everyone's getting what I'm trying to say today. But Lace Dixon, but you were around in business, and you and Dicko had good times, bad times. You're writing money. You just knew. You've been around. You've seen these type of markets. What do you reckon I'm trying to say this morning?
Yeah, it's just, look, for me too, going back to the question of what I would do, yesterday our sales meeting was awesome. So I think our sales meetings are really important to get around with the other agents, and just everyone's in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. It's not just you. So for me, I had a really bad week last week thinking, oh my God, I've got all these listings, I can't shift them. And I was, thinking it was always just me. Everyone's the same. Everyone's in the same boat. I think.
But just, I'll stay there for 1 sec, Lee. But this time last year, oh my God, I've got no listings. What am I going to do?
That's right. Exactly.
You know,
That's it.
Salespeople, we're fucking whingers no matter which way it curves.
Yeah.
So just get over yourselves and do your job. Trust the process.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just think we all need to lean on each other a little bit. So have a chat with another agent, and don't compare yourself. If Batesy's doing, 12 deals in a month, good on Batesy. It might not be what you're doing that month, but I think we just need to lean on each other a little bit more.
But any more than 3-4 deals a month, any more than 3 and 4, and we're at that momentum, we're earning great money for the Mid-North Coast. We're earning unbelievable money compared to other industries. And that's where we need gratitude around that industry. And that's why, mate, none of you, I come and tell you, like my old boss used to say, well, how many deals can you do? Can you do 10 a month? And put there's no pressure. Your figures are your figures, and we're just here to help you accountable and keep you on that goal to write the figures that you need to create the world you want. You know what I mean? And some years we get surplus money and some years we don't. And if you didn't budget, well, then that's fine. Learn the lesson for today to make sure you do budget next time. And then if you've got to cut a bit of cost, cut a bit of cost.
Yeah, absolutely. And owning a business, we owned the business for 9 years. We never had an income like I've been making in the last 2 years. So I have huge gratitude for that. That's an awesome opportunity. So I think it's a little bit of pressure we put on ourselves, probably more than anything.
Yeah. And another good thing about also around being in the trenches, you can be in the trenches and be positive. I think sometimes we think like being in the trenches is like a negative thing. Like to me, it's like, well, this is just a cycle. This is just what we do. You know what I mean? Like every job has good days and bad days, good markets, bad markets. In summer, it's busy. In winter, it's quiet, whatever it is. Like this is just a cycle that we're in, and just get in there. But like, if we get caught up in our own heads, like what are we doing to our teammates? You know what I mean? And let's pick our teammates up, but also let's not pull that energy back. And if you're in a bit of a slump around, well, ring up and let's do 20 extra calls, because someone's going to do the deals, and it may as well be us. And I just think, at Lifestyle Group, we're equipped better than anyone. You got vegan training next week. You're all coming together next Monday. You got this session. You got sales managers. You got me. Blah blah blah. Like we're deep. We're deep with support. The accountability email. Lean in. Cool. All right. Who else has been around for a bit that wants to say something? Anyone else?
Yeah, I will, mate.
Yeah. Cool.
I actually had a chat to Jakey this week about some outside noises I'm getting at the moment from home, which has been a bit difficult, but you know what? It spurs me on. I use that energy to just get back to basics. I know I've got the ability. It's a simple job. We've just got to use our voices, see our owners, meet people, talk to them, process stock. It's a simple thing. So, I sat down, I'm talking about Jackie, obviously. I sat down with Jack the other night and just said, look, what are we grateful for? Like, look where we've come in the last 5 years or 6 years or so. We've got nothing to worry about. But, I think that they think, our better halves sometimes think, well, you're not bringing in the income that you used to bring in. So it's panic stations. But it's not panic stations.
So, and this is not about it. So salespeople are salespeople and generally attract the opposite. So, if you're a spender, then your partner's usually not a spender. Generally, in most houses, you got yin and yang. Generally, that's how they work. If they're not, generally, yeah, if you're both spenders, well, then you're in trouble. If you're both tight, whatever, but it depends. So you're opposite. So depending on people's backgrounds, we have abundancy and scarcity. You know what I mean? Abundancy and scarcity. You know what I mean? I love good competitors and I bump up against them that. And then if, you know, a good competitor, you know, like, for example, like Yamba, I like freaking Daniel Kelly, like he writes like 60% of the market. Mate, that absolutely excites me. Warhope, you know, I really want to attack Warhope because, you know, like I don't go, oh my God, like how hard are we ever going to beat Troy or how are we ever going to beat Daniel Kelly or One Agency or whoever else you want to talk about? Like I'm like abundance. There's enough out there for us. There's enough out there for them. Let's go. Let's just be better. Let's be better. So abundance and scarcity. Where my ex was from Czech, communist country, you know, we had a beautiful chat. She was here a week ago. And we talked about like some of the fights we had and where it came from and the difference in our mindset. So it's understanding our partners about abundance and scarcity. And it's not right or wrong. It's just different mindsets. And also around money, like money is such a dirty word and we don't talk about it. And then, you know, our partners can have fear, but I think it's around communication around the market and that. And I think it's also calming people down. Like, you know, we're big heroes when we're making big dollars. We're big heroes when we're doing big deals and we have these big highs. And I'm not saying don't have these highs, but with big highs, you have big lows. If you look at like your Alex Phillips and all those people, I think you still got to celebrate, but we try and minimize. You know, if you look at Stoicism, it's really minimizing the highs and lows. And a good month, well, of course it's a good month. It's just through my process and I've got to get back on there. Like Ollie wrote 500 last month and I'm fucking already into him. So what, mate? One good fucking month doesn't make a year. Bang, let's go. You know, oh, Tom Panos rang me for an interview. Who gives a fuck? Is that going to pay your bills, Ollie? Bang, grounding him, ankle tapping him. You know what I mean? So, and I some of the advice I gave other team members the other day, and I like checked myself around my own business, my own, you know, needs or greeds or wants. And I'm like, the same advice I give you guys is what I give Marnie and is what I give Ollie, you know, my two dearest friends. So, you know, it's good grounding advice, but we need to then monitor what we tell our partners to a certain bit. Because if we have these big highs, they go on this roller coaster and they're like, you know, everything's rainbows. And then the next day we come home and it's, you know, there. So that diarrhea, good and bad, we need to be careful and take them on the journey and then educate them that we're in a market. And one bad month doesn't wreck a year. Even 2, 3, 4 bad months doesn't wreck a year. And one good month doesn't make a year. It's just process and driven. And how good are we communicating with our partners? And what I find is sometimes, you know, we take all the credit when we're talking to our partners. And sometimes I'm like, well, can I fucking meet your partner? Can I have a chat? Can I tell them what's really going on? You know, but we blame other areas when we're not going so good. Does that make sense? So what's our level of communication like with our partners, you know? And like, you know, like I'm looking at Lise, would be like, you know, obviously Mr. Dixon, he's had those highs and lows, so he'll know. But for our other partners, I like, unless you're in real estate, I don't think you can actually understand the fucking energy that comes with it. It's just another. I've had really smart people in our businesses, and I'm like, it's an energy that you just don't understand. Yeah. Does that make sense?
The other issue is, mate, they don't have the support that we have as well.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying now. We need to be better. And then, you know, and like with goal setting and the coaching and all the stuff that we do, James Short, I don't know if he's on, but James Short taught me years ago, and I haven't listened to his advice. Obviously, I'm single, but he said, you know, whenever we do personal development, we should actually take our partner on that journey. And I think sometimes we can go home and go, oh, we learned this. And, you know, like I used to say to Haley, for example, don't go home and say, Dave said this, Dave said that. It just drags your partner away. Like bring it slowly into a conversation. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, you know, I came to work today and I saw the light, and so do you. You know, Elders Lifestyle Group's our Jesus, our God, and here we're going to take you on this freaking religious journey. But taking them on little things that we've learned and take them on that. And then, you know, in like this calm plan for me, and you know, are we doing quarterly budgets with our partners? Are we explaining it to them? Are we explaining, well, you know, what's my other option? Oh, I quit here and work at Bunnings. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, I might have earned X last year. Or, you know, do I fucking leave tomorrow? Well, mate, no one hits the ground running. So, you know, like if anyone's thinking about leaving or anything like that, we'll like wipe 3 months off. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, all these little things that, you know, the grass is never generally greener. If we water the grass where we're at, we'll generally do better. So let's use some of this training and support, and that makes a lot of sense. And I've tried to do partner nights and all that all the time, and I'm really careful around those things. But you've given me something to thought. As I'm speaking, Batesy, I'm also thinking what we can actually do, around that stuff. But yeah, I reckon managing our highs and our lows. Jakey,
Yes.
yeah, as our sales director, mate, like what are you, in your words, the really important message around, today's not today's a cuddle. I don't want it to sound hard.
No. And I think, as we travel around the ground, you and I can see that when you walk into an office and you can feel that, tension's on or tension's off. And, you're not going to be on 24/7. It's impossible to be on 24/7. So you need to listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your mental state, because it is a tough game, but it's also a very exciting game. And this market is the best market to skill up in. It is the best market to skill up in. So reach out. I mean, that's
And
what
there's no other group on the mid. Look, you work for. I mean, Coogee, McGrath is one of the best officers. And you talk to Marnie, they got no support, no this, no that, no that. They don't even have someone to do marketing, coaching, training, fucking anything. Like, we've all got it here. There's really no excuses. And I think we just talked about mindset. Yeah, mindset. But I'm looking at full-fed Stokesy, and Stokesy, unmute yourself for a second. I can't believe I'm going to have a chat with you, but I'm going to.
Good morning,
Hello.
David.
Good morning. And how about that energy? So, if you look at Stokesy and you think about, we want to make better changes in a market like this, let's talk about, this time last year was a way better market. What was your energy from 1 to 10?
It's pretty low, very low. It's probably about a 3 or 4.
Yeah. And what is it now?
I'd say it's steady 8.
Yeah. I didn't ask about your emotional intelligence. But
Yeah.
best market, he's a 3. Worst market, harder market, and he's an 8. It's got nothing to do with the market. Lifestyle changes. Talk to me. When was the last time you had a drink?
New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Last time you had New Year's Eve. What date is it?
It's the 2nd of March.
And how sloshed did you get most fucking Saturday nights before that?
Yeah, pretty regularly, pretty sloshed. Yeah.
You saw a lot of Sunday mornings.
Correct.
And you weren't going to church. So,
No.
That's not driven by the market, is it, Stokesy?
No, definitely not. No.
Cool. And so how much better is your cope mechanisms in a harder market?
A lot better. I'm a lot more aware. Aware.
If you didn't make those lifestyle changes and then hit a more difficult market, where do you reckon your headspace would be?
I'd be all over the place. Yeah.
I'd be punching the fuck out of you.
Yeah, probably.
So, to finish off, as I can't do a whole meeting without a cuddle. let's go back to the ankle tap now. What's all your energy like, guys? And for example, I've hit a brick because I had a lot of stress the last 2 weeks. I'm training hopeless at the moment, but I'm not punishing myself. I'm actually keeping a little bit back just because I know that my energy level is not where I'm at. So I'm not saying that we need to go and build ourselves depending where we're at. But what is our food like? What's our water intake like? Because you know what the problem is? When we do get our back up against the wall, we start eating a little bit of shit. Then we start having a few extra wines. We start doing this. So to finish off with a little bit of an ankle tap, we can create our energy. We can fix our energy. So over the next month, when you're going around, Jake, can we ask that question? What are we doing around the energy capacity? Because when we've got emotional and stress capacity, it does what I've learned working with Lincoln, because I'm doing all the right things, the same with Stokesy, and I've just got really tired the last 2 weeks. I'm like, what's going on? I'm still eating well. I'm still training. But he's like, well, mate, if you push your emotional bucket, you push your mental bucket, no matter, it will eventually fall into your physical bucket. There's just so much you've got. So now I'm taking a little bit of a back step just to make sure that I get those 2 other areas balanced. Does that make sense, guys? So it'd be interesting to see in all those different buckets what we're doing around our energy. Cool. All right. So let's manage that. So guys, I know it's about mindset. I hope you got something out of it. Let's go around. Alison, what'd you get out of today? You,
For me, there was so much in it, but I think lifestyle changes.
yeah, what are we doing around our energy? Cool. Josh, what'd you get out of today?
Great market for me to learn, mate.
Yeah, great market. Heathy, what'd you get out of today?
I just soldier on, it'll be fine. The sun will rise tomorrow.
Cool. BS?
Yeah, just focus on the energy and just those lifestyle changes you're talking about. Yeah.
Penny? Grafton?
Yeah, hey mate. Look, I what I got out of it, it may not necessarily be healthy, but if my competition can succeed in this market, then there's no excuse that I can't either. So that's the way I kind of see it.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. And mate, it's a momentum game. You know, it's a momentum game. So like, you know, your competitor at the moment's got a bit of momentum, but fuck, it's fun once you stop a little bit of their momentum. And we've all had those where we get 5 listings in a row. You just got to lose one. You just got to lose one. So when you're going up against, you know, like the Amber team or, you know, at the moment, Jakey, or different areas, I think Brennan had a bit of a role where he lost a few. And then not a while ago, someone was talking about how they'd won a few, but like, you just dent their role, guys. And sometimes you got to make a decision, a listing, what you got to do to get it, just to dent it. And, you know, they're all freaking human. And Jakey will tell you, we've worked with all the best real estate agency you could possibly do in the Sydney. None of their dialogue is like, oh my God. You know, you've heard from fucking Bowie, like freaking, mate, Alex Phillips is freaking awkward. Your competitor, freaking in Grafton, Jake, fucking try and have a conversation with him. Like, they're not that special. They've just got momentum and they're working hard. That's it. Momentum and working hard. Cool. Nat Piper. What'd you get out of that?
I think the biggest thing is the fact that there's a team. You guys have got such a big team, and that's what I've absorbed the last couple of weeks. There's, you know, you can lean on any of you, and you know, you get heaps of support, which is great.
Cool. All right, Tamara, last one.
I've just put keep planting seeds and keep driving. Even like in business, and a lot of the time your competitors get scared, they back off. This is the time where I step in, I up my marketing and get in people's heads so that, you know, I'm ready to harvest later, and just keep self-checking in with my energy levels. Yeah.
And then just remember the way you walk to your car, the way you are at the gym, the way you are at the coffee shop, the way you freaking are you dragging your feet? Like, you know, you imagine if you're in an office of 2 people without this level of support, like where your energy and mind's going to go. So like that's why we're already 10% up. You know what I mean? Like if you're feeling crap today, hopefully you feel better already in this meeting. And it's a little reminder. So like, yeah, exactly. Like this is the time. Like I am so pumped. It's a different pumped. When the market's going good and we're making money, it's like exciting pumped. This is like this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I mean? And work out what drives us. Batesy. Sorry, mate. I'll go to you because I love how you share so honestly, mate. I think there's so much out there, and you know, to all of you, you know, you could just look at Batesy's figures once a month and go, oh, well, that guy's got every. You know, I wouldn't have any problems if I was writing those figures. But we've all got a story. You know what I mean? We've all got a story. There's all got stresses, no matter where you're at. Everyone looks at my life and go, oh, he's got these businesses and this and that. Let me fucking take a day, guys. Take a fucking day to see the juggling act. You know what I mean? I mean, Paul Brennan's got to live with Liz that manages the accounts. So, you know what I mean? So it's not easy. So everyone's got a story. So thank you for sharing, Batesy, because I think that's what we really need. You know, your problems, especially your money problems, won't stop. If you've got money problems, if you do 10 a month or you do 3 a month, your money, that's not your problem. The problem is how you handle money. Go, Batesy. Sorry, buddy. Finish up, mate. Give me 30 seconds of your best.
Yeah, no, well, mate, I just back my ability. You know, I think it's a simple game. You just got to back your ability and have the energy. That's it.
Can I go? It's not your ability that you back. I think you back your work ethic. Because there's fucking a lot of people that have got ability that's disappointing. But I know that if I gave my listing to Batesy, I know he's going to work. Right? I know he's going to turn up. I know he's going to be honest. I know he's going to chase. Yeah, he's got ability. He can put a deal together, but so can a lot of people. But like, you know, Greg's in the office before 98% of you every single day. You know what I mean? You ring Batesy at 7 o'clock at night. Generally, he's answering or ringing you back. So yeah, not to take away from your ability, Batesy, but your ethic and your honesty and your integrity outweighs your ability, and that's what makes him good. So cool. I'm done. See ya. Thank you, Batesy, for being you, and thank you, everyone else. Bye, guys.